Okay, as a little bonus video, since I still have enough space left on here, I thought if your little ones are still here, they're welcome to carry on and join in. Otherwise, if they have left and run off to do their own thing like Mason did, then we can just carry on doing a few extra bits and pieces. For this, I'm going to still use this round element here. And what I thought I'm going to do is do the untraditional, the unconventional color mixing. So we're not going to be using the primary colors anymore. We're going to use other colors. So, and that can be a very, very interesting way of looking at colors. So let's say, I don't know, I've got one here which I can use, and then I'll add these three. So we have 4 color options here. So we could do, how about we take the Naples yellow from this palette? It's a lovely kind of peachy color. Maybe I'll bring you a bit closer in. How about that? Okay, so let's use this color here, which is the Naples yellow, kind of peachy color. Today I'm using this particular color wheel in a very simple way, just coloring in one area of it, or like one section. But as you can see, they are divided into 3, so you could do lighter mixes, and that would be fun as well. You could also create pastels, and you can create darker colors when you add more sort of like a black or a Mars black, something that's quite granulating, just to see the variety. And you can obviously in one color wheel create a lot more colors in there. So now I'm thinking for our third or for our second color, let's go with this indigo. And then we will go with, so this would be kind of our, say our yellow, our blue and our red. For our red, I'm going to use English red, a very opaque color. But gorgeous nonetheless. So I'm going to try and attempt to mix them now. So first let's do English red with indigo. Kind of get this neutral color. I'm going to add a little bit more of the brown because I felt like there wasn't enough of it. So let's move this one. So if you created a color swatch that you don't like, just use a brush and just lift it with a tissue. Okay, so here's our mix. There we go. Then I'm going to try and mix this gorgeous peachy color with the indigo and see what happens. Again, if it's too much of the blue and you hardly see difference, just add a tiny bit of the other color. So like here, for instance, that's a nice pastel. Kind of like a grayish blue. Very pretty. And then finally, Naples yellow together with English red. That's a gorgeous color too. In fact, I would add a little bit more of the Naples yellow. There we go. That's very pretty. So, what a nice color palette. Let me just bring it closer for you to have a look. Like that. Okay. Then I'm kind of wanting to try these two yellows, but for the blue I want to try the ultramarine and see how it would be different. I really like these two colors in the combination of blue. So let's do that again. This time with ultramarine. And then the red again. Okay. Now, with a bit of that Naples yellow. Oh, now this pretty is very gorgeous. Something I wouldn't have thought of mixing together. But it looks very nice. Very pretty sky blue with that milkiness. Okay, next one. I'm going to get the same, obviously, color. I'm going to change up the ratio slightly to get a different tone. So you can see it's a bit darker than that one, but the same mix. So here we go, the ultramarine blue and the English earth, English red. So that's kind of giving us this what would I describe it as? Like a violet brown, I guess, like a bog brown. As I've done this, I also want to try it with this cyan, because it's such a bright blue electric color that I want to see what it will mix, what kind of color it will mix using the other two. So let's do that. Okay. Right, so just going to add this. I've got still a little bit of that blue left. It's very staining, so be aware of that. So I'm just mixing the two together now. Oh, this is so gorgeous. This is like almost like a teal, but more of a muted one. So nice. How gorgeous is that? I've never ever tried mixing this Naples yellow with blues before, and definitely a discovery today. Okay, I'm just going to clean up my Naples yellow. This palette is going to go to Mason, but I'm kind of waiting for that perfect time. I think it'd be good soon. Obviously these are still quite pricey for kids, but they are student grade, and I think it's good to start learning a bit more from a good quality student grade watercolor. He has already at least 2 or maybe even 3 palettes that I have gifted him, and yeah, so he's enjoying those. So yeah, we'll see how he gets on. Maybe he's ready for this palette. I think he really enjoyed working with the colors today, and I pulled this palette out recently to play with him as well. So we'll see. I mean, you know, it's better to kind of start at very, I think he started when he was 3, maybe even younger, with watercolor, maybe 2, between 2 and 3. And I gave him sort of colors to use that were not expensive, but at the same time they were really good quality. They were still student grade. They weren't one of those you get for a couple of pounds. So it was important for me that he starts with good quality watercolors. Okay, so let's see. Oh, now that mixed a very not sure how to call this color really. Actually, I will try to lift off some of this because I think underneath is a nice color. So the opacity of the red English red rather. I don't know if you can pick up on this. It's sort of like a dark grey, really. Interesting though. How beautiful is this color? Okay, well, since we are exploring this color palette, I think I'll just stay with that, and I'll do the 4th blue, which is in this palette. It's the Prussian blue. Quite different to the other 3 blues. So let's see what variety we get here. Okay, so let's start again with Naples yellow. And Prussian blue. And finally, English red. That's also a nice blue. So if something like this happens where the neighboring color starts to come in, you just basically dab it dry to keep the original color there. Okay, let me try and mix up this time. Kind of like a lighter version of the previous mixes. So yeah, English red is quite opaque, and it really goes a long way. So you just need the tiniest amount and you get some good color there. Here we go. And then let's try the last one, which is that English red and Prussian blue. kind of similar to the cyan mix, but maybe even more interesting, kind of slightly more intense, maybe. So there you go. All right, so this was a bit of an extra playtime, and probably color-wise more for the adult portion of my viewers. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and there's always so much fun mixing colors and exploring different mixes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.